Welcome back to Canada's Blonde Moment. Welcome back to another episode of Canada's Blonde Moment. I'm TJ.
And I'm Chrissy. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's close to many hearts mental health in Canada.
We'll explore anxiety, post traumatic stress disorder, otherwise known as PTSD, and the profound impact of suicide.
We'll also share personal stories, discuss coping mechanisms, and highlight resources available for those seeking help.
Anxiety disorders, Chrissy, are among the most common mental health issues in Canada.
Absolutely. According to the 2022 Mental Health and Access to Care survey, anxiety disorders have seen a significant prevalence.
Anxiety actually can manifest in various ways, from generalized anxiety disorder to panic attacks like what you have, Chrissy.
Yes, it's essential to recognize that anxiety. It's more than just occasional worry. It can severely impact daily life.
Yeah. For instance, many individuals experience physical symptoms like increased heart rate, sweating, and even chest pains.
Yes, and these symptoms can be very debilitating, affecting one's ability to work, maintain relationships, and even enjoy life.
Oh, it's awful,
It is.
right? Post traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is another critical area of concern.
PTSD can develop after exposure to traumatic events such as accidents, natural disaster, or even personal assaults.
Chrissy, did you know that in Canada, about 8% of adults reported moderate to severe symptoms of PTSD in the month prior to completing the survey?
I, yeah, that does not surprise me at all. Symptoms include reoccurring and distressing memories, avoiding reminders of the event, and disturbed sleep. It, I have to set alarms
Yeah.
for the day before an appointment, 2 days before the appointment, and then 2 hours before the appointment. Just it's nothing stays in your head.
Yeah, and it's crucial to understand that PTSD, Chrissy, it doesn't only affect like military personnel, because you're not one, but it can really impact anyone like yourself who has experienced any type of trauma.
Absolutely. Early intervention and support are vital for those suffering from PTSD.
It, I couldn't agree more. Now, suicide remains a significant public health issue in Canada as well.
Yes, and according to recent statistics, suicide is a leading cause of death among Canadians aged 15 to 34.
Wow,
Like it starts so young.
right? Super young. I remember reading an article, there was a 10-year-old, I think, out in Alberta that committed suicide. My dad personally, I was 6 when my dad shot himself. So, I've had that. I've had uncles and friends too that have committed suicide, and some that have attempted. So, the ripple effect of suicide, I mean, it touches families, friends, and entire communities.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's so essential to recognize warning signs such as withdrawal, drastic mood changes, and expressions of hopelessness.
Oh, absolutely. Like open conversations about mental health can break the stigma and encourage those struggling to seek help.
For sure. If I don't hear, like, if a few of my friends know what I go through, if they don't hear from me, they reach out because you just go into a bubble and you don't want to talk, you don't want to do nothing, you just want to sleep. So we've reached out to our listeners and received numerous stories highlighting personal battles with mental health.
Yeah, one listener actually shared their journey with anxiety. They emphasize the importance of therapy and a strong support system, but you really have to know where you can get those here in Canada. We seem to be lacking, right?
Absolutely.
CAMH
Absolutely.
actually has an app. Um, that you can call. There's other or that you can download, and there's other ones too that we'll get into.
Yes. So another listener discussed coping with PTSD after a car accident, finding solace in mindfulness and community support groups.
Okay, good. So they knew where to reach out, and it's
Yeah,
sad. If they're listening today, like it's sad, and for so many different reasons. We suffer a little bit. I mean, something triggers in our brain. If I can tell you, I mean, I'm out on the East Coast, I'm in Cape Breton, and Hurricane Fiona hit, and I'm sure, it's just a hurricane. I've been in a really bad car accident, I've lost loved ones, but, when the winds get too high, I
it
freak out.
triggers you
I'm
for
now,
sure.
right? I'm constantly watching the
Yeah,
Weather Network. It was really bad for me. It was probably one of the scariest things. Single mom and, trying to feel like, how am I protecting my kids when it sounds like and feels like my roof is flying off, you know?
yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, every time now, why do I stay? Well, I moved here and, I don't know if I'd be able to deal with another hurricane. I mean, it's all relative. So even the smallest, simplest things can really set us off.
Absolutely,
Right? And these stories have to remind us that while everyone's experience is unique, seeking help and building coping strategies are universal steps toward healing.
for sure. Absolutely. This is number one. You have to, and we'll get into that as well, like recognizing signs and symptoms and stuff. But if you or someone you know is struggling, resources are available. There's Talk Suicide Canada. Now, their number is 1-833 456 4566, or you can even text them at 45645 from 4 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. For Quebec residents, it's 1-866 APPELLE. So 277-3553. And then the Kids Help phone,
Oh, yeah.
1-800. Yep, the Kids Help phone is 1-800-668-6868, or text connect to 686868. And then there's the last one here. It's Hope for Wellness Helpline. It's for Indigenous people, and that is 1-855-242-3310.
Yeah, remember, we'll also add all of this, guys, into the description. So if you didn't get those phone numbers while we said it, go on in and take a peek in the description, okay? All of the information you're going to need is right there. And remember, seeking help is a sign of strength, and support is available 24/7.
Yes. So if you ever feel the need, please reach out. So we had the privilege of speaking with a very good psychiatrist, um, specializing in suicide research.
Oh, yes. This doctor was amazing, right? Gave us a lot of insight. I mean, it was hard to hear, but, it's something that we have to do. I mean, for our own personal selves, we were able to reach out. I mean, it's taken me 48 years to realize maybe I do need to talk to somebody, right? But they were
Yes,
able to
and
shed a light on the current state of mental health in Canada.
yes, and what was said was mental health issues, including anxiety, PTSD, and suicide, have been rising. It's imperative to address these concerns through awareness, support, and accessible care. Sorry.
No, that's okay. And Chrissy,
I'm
I think she did say steps as well, right? That individuals and communities can take to combat this crisis, correct?
absolutely yes. Yes. Um,
I think it was like open
yes.
dialogue, education, destigmatizing mental health, right? Communities should
Yes.
foster environments where individuals feel safe seeking help, and we need more communities like that. End the stigma,
Absolutely.
right? Mental health
Absolutely,
is
yes.
important. This stigma is crazy. Anyone with mental health, I mean, oh, they should be locked in a rubber room. They should get this. Oh, are you on Xanax? You know what, everyone that doesn't suffer? Lucky you.
Right,
But I bet you
exactly.
have a loved one or a family member that does.
Who does?
Yeah.
Absolutely, for sure, and the emphasis of the importance of community and support.
Oh, you can't emphasize it
Just
enough. I mean,
you can't.
policy plays a significant role in mental health care accessibility.
Absolutely. Canada has made strides, but gaps remain, especially in underserved communities.
Oh, advocating for comprehensive mental health coverage and funding is definitely essential.
100%. So, telehealth services have emerged as vital tools, especially during the pandemic. Again, all the numbers were on there,
Yeah.
and we will post them as well.
Yeah, we will definitely put them in the description, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to dive even deeper into this. So, we're going to point out how to know, if you suffer from any of these. I mean, some of us just think, oh, I'm just tired all the time. I'm just lazy. There's so many different signs that you are
So
suffering.
many.
We're going to cover those tomorrow. We've talked to some specialists and we've gotten great advice. So, get to
Not
know
only that, not only the specialists, but
our own.
what our own. I deal with a lot of this. You deal with this stuff as well.
Oh,
So
I know. I'm,
it's
I'm that stigma of like, it's not a funny topic, but, daddy issues. You know what I mean? So,
right, right, right.
I get that all the time. I mean, we laugh it off. We learn to, but again, laughing it off is a coping mechanism, you know?
Yes. And
So
you're on the one end of it, and then I'm kind of on the other end of it with the PTSD and
anxiety.
panic attacks and exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So if you want, you guys, hit that subscribe to make sure you get the alerts from us. If you have any questions, you can always put a comment down. We'll reach out to you. But again, we're not therapists, we're not doctors, we're not specialists. We're just like you. We suffer. We'd love to be able to have, once a week where we're able to talk as people that suffer with these issues because talking about it could just save a life,
absolutely.
right? Thank you for
Absolutely.
watching. We hope that this, may have been at least the start of help for you, and we look forward to exploring more of this tomorrow.
For sure. And just remember to breathe.
Just remember to I like that one. All right.
Remember to breathe.
Thanks all for watching Canada's Blonde Moment. I hope you have a great night.
Bye.
Bye. That was Canada's Blonde Moment, and I am out.